In a very special episode of Quick Tip Tuesday, we're going to r/HomeImprovement on Reddit to a user who lost everything in Hurricane Ian. This user wants to rebuild, get the most for his money because insurance is not covering everything. In this video, we're going to discuss some important tips for dealing with tradespeople and one very important tip to avoid getting scammed. Welcome back, Remodelites. I'm Dave with Remodel Media, and since 2005, I've been helping you put together kitchens, baths, outdoor kitchens, and various other home renovation projects. I'm on a mission to eliminate regret, and I do that by bringing you the latest tips, tricks, and products for your home remodel. So if you're new here, consider subscribing, ring that bell for notifications so you never miss an episode. On r/HomeImprovement, user King of the North says, my home was completely destroyed by Hurricane Ian. Need to completely rebuild. Where do I start? We bought a fixer-upper 7 years ago. Have spent this whole time DIY renovating the entire home. We finally finished renovating everything. All new kitchen, bathrooms, bedrooms, floors, driveway, landscaping, roof, porch, doors, AC, ductwork, insulation, sliders, electrical, plumbing, drywall, trim, paint, tearing down walls, adding walls. Literally everything down to the studs has been renovated. That's pretty serious. We did most of the work ourselves when we could. We finally just finished all our renovations after years of half-finished projects all throughout the house. We finished 4 months ago because our goal was to have the house completely done before we had our first baby, which happened 4 months ago. Well, nothing like cutting it a little close, but hey, good on you. I had just finished her nursery the day before she was born. It's all gone now. Hurricane Ian flooded our house, and we lost everything from personal belongings to furniture to every renovation we worked so hard on. Gone. We're going to rebuild. The realization that flood insurance isn't going to be able to cover the cost of rebuilding has set in. I will have to do most of the work myself or act as a GC and contract out most of the work. Luckily, the foundation of the home and exterior walls are still intact, as is concrete construction. That's good. The newly installed roof and paver driveway also held up surprisingly well. I plan on rebuilding by adding a second floor, so the current living area will be all garage and storage space, and the new second floor will be how we rebuild. My question is, where do I start? I won't be able to afford just hiring a GC for everything. I already have an idea for the new design and layout. Do I hire an architect to create a drawing? Or do I hire a GC to build me a second-story foundation and a shell of a house where I finish all the interior myself? Would a GC want to do that? Or is there a different type of business I should be looking at to get that done? Would the same GC do the roof, or do I hire a separate company for the roof? My current new roof is in good shape. Would it make sense to see if a company can remove the whole roof, then add back on top the second floor, or would that cost more than just building a whole new roof? So many questions. I don't know where to start. Thanks. TLDR, lost my house during hurricane. Foundation is still good. I want to build a second story on the current foundation. Where do I start? Wow. First of all, I'm sorry that happened. My heart goes out to you. I went with a relief effort to Mayfield, Kentucky after it got hit with a tornado last year. I saw so much devastation, but what got me was the kids. This was right before Christmas. That's what broke me. But whenever there's a kid involved, it's tough. I don't know all the answers to life's questions, but hopefully I can help you out here. The good news is there are a few things you can do as a homeowner to act as your own GC or general contractor. My first tip is knowing the difference between an architect and an interior designer. Both jobs can require the use of computer-aided drafting, but architects will make sure the plans are structurally sound, usually up to code, and can help make sure your plans are energy efficient generally. Interior designers will take it one step further and help you lay out your space that has been drawn by the architect. They generally have an eye for the artistic side as well, so a designer can help you make sure your color scheme matches, your cabinets are laid out in a way that's most efficient for your foot traffic and your lifestyle, and really help you use your space wisely. Some architects can design, and some designers can create architectural renderings, but the two skill sets are different. So in short, to your first question, I would say hire an architect if it is within your budget. It is wise to do so, or have your general contractor do it. As far as whether or not a general contractor will do this or do that, a good GC will give you options for how you want to work and how much sweat equity you want to put into the job yourself. Just remember, how involved you are in the process does determine how much you pay. So if you want to hand all the responsibility over to the contractor, then yeah, you're going to pay for that. However, if you're willing to accept some of that responsibility, then that contractor is going to charge you less. If you want to hire a general contractor as just sort of a consultant, which I've known many contractors that do, and do most of the legwork yourself, managing the subcontractors and stuff like that, you will save money. Some things you need to understand about a general contractor is most general contractors are just tradespeople that put in the time, usually about 4 years, in a specific trade and then got their contractor's license. Let's say electrical, for example. And after 4 years as an electrician, they took a test, paid all the fees to become a general contractor. That being said, most GCs that I have worked with directly have only stuck to their original field, whether that be, again, stonework, electrical, plumbing, tile, roofing, etc. And for all the other jobs, they hire out those specialties. Some general contractors can do it all, but I would say the vast majority of them do not. Generally, you have some protections when you let the general contractor hire your subcontractors, but as long as your subcontractors are licensed and bonded in your state, remember that, in your state, you should be good to go. Which brings me to my third tip: watch out for out-of-state scammers. Growing up in Southern California, our most common natural disaster was wildfires. And I saw plenty of people fall victim to out-of-state contractors that either weren't licensed, weren't insured, they did shoddy work or no work at all, took the money and run, or just did really bad work and left the customer holding the bag. A lot of the time they would do work that's not up to state or local code, even if it was up to code in their area. And again, oftentimes they would just disappear. So make sure your tradespeople are licensed and bonded, insured in your state. And remember, if you want to book my consultation services, you can schedule an appointment in the link in the description below or over on my Instagram @RemodelMedia. Thanks for watching. I hope you got some good information out of that episode. Go ahead and click here for more videos. Go ahead and click here to subscribe. And make sure you check out the description below for relevant links to some of the products that we discussed today. And leave your comments and questions down below because I love answering them. As always, I'll see you in the next one.